Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Maitri and I'm very passionate about tabletops. I'm learning to be a better GM, a better player, and a better person, and I want to share with you some of the cool stuff that I've been learning. Today we are going to talk about something that every tabletop player has felt at some point. That sort of creeping fear that you're gonna mess it all up. You'll break the story, you'll do the wrong thing, you're gonna mess up irreparably and irreversibly. So you get stuck in analysis paralysis. We're gonna talk about why that's bullshit. There's like a million ways you can be a shitty player and ruin the game, but this is not one of them. Getting it wrong is not really a thing that's going to be a problem, because here's the truth: there are no bad decisions in a tabletop. There are selfish decisions, there are careful decisions, there are out of character decisions, there are generous, messy, brilliant, confusing decisions. There are decisions that end up working out beautifully, there are decisions that end up blowing up in your face, but there's no bad decisions. The only bad decision, the only thing you could get wrong, is if you don't do anything. No decision is the only bad decision. That's the one that kind of leaves you sort of stuck. Like, people start looking around, you're not really sure where things are supposed to go. And I know it's not lazy, it's that you don't want to mess anything up, but and you don't want to derail things, maybe step on someone else. Like, the fear of getting it wrong will just rob you of so much. Moments that don't need you to be flawless or perfect, or clever. They kind of just need you to be there. They just need to happen. And if you're worried about annoying your GM, I promise this, and I say this with love. GMs are not hoping for polished, perfect plans. We're just hoping you will be present and engaged and do something. We just want momentum. We want choices that we can build on. If there's a fork in the road, we just want you to pick a direction and move forward. We're excited whichever fork you pick, as long as you pick something. The game will meet you wherever you go. It always does, because that's what games are supposed to. They're supposed to bend, not break. So commit, feel if that's how the dice are going to go, and watch the table be so into it anyway. And if you are someone who needs to consider every angle or multiple angles of it before making a choice, I see you. This isn't about rushing past that or ignoring how your brain works. It's just about reminding you that, especially if you struggle with open-ended stuff like just decide, yes, this part can feel huge, but your brain's kind of lying to you a little. Like, this is play, it's just a game, stakes are pretty low, and even an imperfect, instinctive choice based on incomplete information can still be really, honest and interesting. Story is not going to break, and you won't ruin anything. You can still show up in a way that feels good for you and makes sense for you, but the point is you should try, even if it's messy, because this is one of the few areas that it's kind of okay, because no one's grading you. This isn't a test. You don't have to make the smartest or most impenetrable move, so don't overthink it and just try to give yourself some permission to maybe fuck up and see what shakes out. You're going to need to meet your GM halfway and trust that shit that's kind of unplanned or unexpected might be where something really special can happen. And when you don't know what your character should do, that's an interesting story beat in and of itself. Like, you can have a discussion later with another party member, like, wow, I kind of froze up back there. What the fuck? Like, that is pretty interesting in and of itself. It's even better, I think, because of my GM style, if you're worried about consequences, because I genuinely feel like shit thrives on the fuck it, let's see what happens. Or, yeah, let's do it. I mean, it's probably gonna screw up, but let's do it. So, pick something. Anything. Push the door open, even if you fail to check to look for traps. Tell an obvious lie. Say something that's a little honest. Just blurt it out. Pick a fight. End a fight. Have like a smoosh with someone. Apologize or don't. Say screw it and chase the monster through the woods. Just take the first step towards something like weird or tender or loud or reckless, and you can kind of muse later about how it did or didn't work out. So make the choice that might potentially backfire. Make the choice you hope will work out. Make the choice in all of its like messy, risky glory. Hopefully this kind of helped with that analysis paralysis, what if I mess up kind of thing, because like the point I want to make is you literally can't. Bad decisions in tabletops are not a thing. Like that's not a thing. And it's weird to like try to fix something that fundamentally doesn't exist. But anyway, if you liked this video, consider subscribing. But if you don't like notifications or subscriptions, I do have a backlog of stuff. I also have an audio-only format with a transcript and a written blog if that's better for folks that, from an accessibility app perspective, that kind of thing. Links to all of that and some APs I'm on in the description. Otherwise, thanks so much for hanging out and come see me again soon. Bye.